Thanks for joining me today. You know, when you hear the word greatness, you tend to think about a certain person or maybe a handful of people who are pretty much above and beyond everyone else. In other words, the best of the best, the elite, like, for instance, Joe Namath, Joe Montana, Walter Payton, Earl Campbell, Michael Jordan. I guess you can see I'm a sports enthusiast. So the list can go on and on. But greatness is a title that very few people or organizations can wear, because what greatness says is that you are above all others. What it says is that you put in the time, the work, the dedication, the commitment to be the best at your craft or the best in your industry. And so today I want to talk about there are no shortcuts on the path to greatness. Okay? No shortcuts on the path to greatness. In other words, leaders, in order to be the best, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the time. You got to put in the extra effort to be a great leader. You understand? See, the thing is, there's no traffic on the highway of over and above. See, that highway is free of traffic pretty much because no one really wants to put in the extra time and effort to get there. So in order to be a great leader, you have to put in the time and put in the work to be a great leader. That means you constantly have to practice and train in being a leader and train in leadership. It is a constant practice. You don't just practice it for a while and you wind up just being great. You constantly have to practice and learn and get better so that you can be one of the great leaders. Now, there are a couple of ways, or there's a process in order to do this. And for me, it's simple. Now, it's an oversight. There are many other small tasks that you'll have to do. But the first and foremost thing overall is the great leaders are lifetime learners. In other words, they are constantly learning more and more about leadership, more and more about how to be an effective or better leader. Watching the paradigm shifts in leadership over the years and keeping up with the trends and things that really matters to great leaders and what's making a leader a great leader. You know, these things that we constantly have to learn, whether it's researching as far as reading or going to conferences or even out on the internet, researching articles, all of that we have to do on a regular basis in order to be a leader of greatness. We always have to study and learn. And we really have to love dealing with people. That's another big key. You have to love being around people and dealing with people and guiding and helping and encouraging people. But the first and foremost thing is to be a lifetime learner. Always want to learn and know more about how you can be better at being a great and effective leader. The second thing is feedback. You have to demand feedback on a constant basis. Once you set out to work on the things that you feel like you need to work on, the next thing you need to do is figure out how to go about it. And once you start going about it, feedback has to be demanded by you. And it has to be on a consistent basis. Now, this is a point in time where a lot of leaders will bring in a leadership coach or development coach to help them, because we all need to be held accountable and responsible for the things that we're doing and the things that we say we're going to do, so that we can follow through with our commitment. So bringing in a coach will be very helpful. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a coach per se. Maybe it can be a peer of other leaders in your industry that you guys can get together and have like a successful networking team and meet every so often and hold each other accountable for what you say you're going to do. That way you can't slip out, say something and then not follow through. You've got somebody or a group of people helping you to remain accountable for your actions. So demand feedback. And see, this is where a lot of leaders fall short, because they're scared of feedback from their team or organization. They're scared to hear what the others have to say about their leadership. But see, this is the very thing that makes people leave their supervisors or their leaders. People don't leave jobs, they leave management. If they feel like management not up to par, they leave and they go somewhere else. So we have to develop thick skin and request feedback so we can get better. We need to understand what's needed from our team or organization so that we can build ourselves up to be the leaders that we need to be. And once we're there, now we can effectively help our team and grow our team. See, you can't grow your team if you're not at the level where you need to be. You understand? So first and foremost, be a lifelong learner. Always want to learn more about being a better leader. And the second thing is feedback. Figure out what you want to change or work on, and then request feedback on a regular basis so that you can become the leader that people want to follow. Okay? And I know I hadn't said this in a while, but again, I just want to bring this up. I do have a book out right now. It's out on Amazon or createspace.com. Please pick up a copy today. My playbook to effective leadership. I have a methodology that I've coined called the STAR methodology. And in the STAR methodology, there are 4 points, actually 5, but there are 4 listed in the book. 5 obviously is leadership. But I've coined 4 steps in the book that will definitely help you become the leader that you want to be, and be the leader that people want to follow versus the type of leader that people have to follow. Okay? So please keep that in mind. All right? There's no shortcut on the path to greatness. You have to put in the time, you have to put in the work, you have to sacrifice to be the leader that people want to follow. And we all want that. We want to be the leader that people want to follow. All right? All right, that's my time. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you taking time out to watch this video. If you want to see this video and some others, please go to my website at www.chadbumgarner.co. And also, I'm at Twitter if you want to give me some feedback on these video blogs and let me know how I'm doing and let me see if this information is helping you out. Please, my Twitter handle is @Chad_Bumgarner. And also, Periscope. Every Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time, I'm out on Periscope talking about the very topics that are on my YouTube channel, okay? So we get a chance to engage and have healthy conversations that help strengthen one another, because I'm all about iron strengthening iron, okay? All right, thank you again so much for your time, and remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?